think one of the things that could help significantly relates to these beliefs that I mentioned earlier, being responsive. If we really mean that we're going to be responsive to a student as a learner and an individual, then fair and equal are not the same thing. You look at school systems, whether it's accessing specific programs and providing the supports once the access takes place, that takes a lot of commitment. But also, how do we ensure the experience is responsive? Look how we grade in public education, just grading alone. I know that we have some work to do there for students to feel that we're being responsive to them, because, as I said earlier, the fair and equal piece, that's a critical conversation that has to develop over time. And equity clearly does not mean you're giving the exact same thing to two different kids, because one student is not prepared to access that same experience, even though they want to go in that direction. They're just not prepared. So do we have the supports in place so that student can access that experience successfully? That's a different thing. When two kids walk in the door here in kindergarten, we see that some students are coming in literate, that they're reading, and some students don't even have letter identification skills. For me, committing to equity as a system and doing better means that how do we ensure that student who does not have that letter identification skill set has the same ceiling, and that we honor that. So sure, we have a lot of resources that help those students accelerate as learners. We have reading specialists that provide additional support for those students. We have special education. We do have a lot of very highly trained people to help those disadvantaged students. With that said, how does that student also, as they come through the system, continue? Because in kindergarten, I tell you that our classrooms, love is at the front, and those kids are part of that school community, and we're pretty fortunate with the development at that end of our system. How does that feeling of community member stay that strong K-12? Because it's not. I mean, it's not as strong as you work up through the system. So how might we be able to do that is what we're after with our Inclusive Excellence Initiative. And we're bringing in people to help, because there's some expertise we clearly don't have in that effort.
On my posters that I'm just using to decorate my classroom, so that when my little student who's Haitian, when she looks up, she sees a picture of a Somali girl working on math who's as dark skinned as she is, rather than always seeing people who don't look like her. So to make education more diverse, we need people who on the outside who are willing to come in and give us those tools, because we can teach it, but we need to have the materials to do it.